We're glad you're with us. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. Not guilty is the decision from the jury in Alabama's gambling corruption trial. That means the 9 people accused of buying and selling votes on gambling legislation are free for now.
That's right, but that verdict came down with a twist. The jury could not reach a unanimous decision on all of the charges. A full breakdown of the verdict and what's next is our top story at 5. On all of the charges, the jury either acquitted the defendants or failed to reach a verdict. As the defendants walked out of the federal courthouse in Montgomery, some had smiles on their faces, like Victoryland Casino owner Milton McGregor. The jury's decision came after 2 months of testimony and 6 days of deliberation. The judge decided to accept a partial verdict after the jury sent a note today saying they couldn't reach a unanimous decision on all of the charges.
The jury did reach a decision on some of the charges, and here is a breakdown of that decision. Victoryland Casino owner Milton McGregor not guilty of bribery and honest services fraud. The jury failed to reach a verdict on his other charges. Former Republican State Senator Jim Pruitt of Talladega not guilty of extortion and honest services fraud. McGregor's lobbyist Bob Getty was cleared of all charges. Former Democrat State Senator Larry Means of Etowah was found not guilty on just some of the charges facing him. McGregor lobbyist Tom Coker not guilty of bribery and honest services fraud. Independent State Senator Harry Ann Smith of Slocum was found not guilty of bribery, extortion, and honest services fraud. The jury failed to reach an agreement on her other charges. Former Country Crossing spokesman Jay Walker was not convicted. Former legislative employee Ray Crosby was also not convicted. Democratic State Senator Quentin Ross from Montgomery was acquitted on all of the counts against him. Here's reaction from some of the attorneys and defendants moments after the verdicts were read in court.
Yeah, it's a great day. We walk out of the courthouse and we go home, it's a great day.
I am very grateful to the jury for the 11 not guilty verdicts. That was great. That was absolutely wonderful.
My 2-year-old child, and that's where I'm going right now to hold him.
But I think some people, a few people in that jury dug their heels in and were not going to change their minds. I think we could have stayed here till Christmas and we were still going to have the same result.
It's a tremendous relief to my client and his family and his business associates. It's a wonderful thing to watch our system work.
The other defendants did not address the media. The judge said he would declare a mistrial on the remaining charges.
WVUA is covering Greene County, where another bingo battle is underway. A judge is standing by his ruling to allow seized electronic bingo machines to return to Greene Track. Special Circuit Judge Houston Brown rejected Alabama Attorney General Luther Strange's request for a stay. The Attorney General's office got state police to seize the machines May 31st. That was based on a search warrant issued by Brown. Brown later ruled the Attorney General lacked probable cause to seize those machines. The Attorney General now appealing to the Alabama Supreme Court.
New for you at 5 o'clock, we're catching up with a business leader appointed by the president who's in Tuscaloosa today. Donna James is the chair of the National Women's Business Council. She was the guest speaker at the 5th Annual Women in Business Conference and Awards Luncheon in Tuscaloosa. James worked for 25 years as a corporate executive and serves on the board of directors for 4 Fortune 500 companies. WVUA asked her thoughts on the state of the economy and the job market.
A lot of businesses have had to slow growth to no growth, and some have had to stop. But there's a core constituency of business out there that is sustaining, and even in this economy, looking for the opportunity to grow.
And several women across West Alabama were recognized at the 5th Annual Women in Business Council Awards. Takesha Shannon received the Bright Future Award. Rachel Mims Taylor, the Defining Woman of the Year. Dr. Pam Parker received the Achievement Award. Gina Simpson received the Roots and Wings Award. Tracy Crew received the Trailblazer Award. And Jamie Dykes won the Spirit of Tuscaloosa Award.
A Tuscaloosa church is helping kids have a good start to the new school year. Forest Lake Baptist Church is giving out clothes, supplies, and other items to families. The event is still going on right now. Organizers say they wanted to help families affected by the April storms get all the things they needed for their children.
There's a definite need, and it's increasing. We are finding that we're getting more and more new clients that have never been here before, didn't even know we were up and running. So we are every week we've seen over 1,000 families already since we started registering. Over 1,000 families.
That event runs through 6 o'clock, so you still have some time to help out. Storm survivors are asked to bring IDs and FEMA cards. You can make a donation to help those survivors at the Tuscaloosa Forward website, and for a shortcut, go to ours, WVUATV.com, click numbers and links. Another city coming back from devastation, Joplin, Missouri. Students there in the tornado-ravaged town getting ready to go back to school next week.
Families got together for a rally to take a break from the after-storm stress. Reporter Kevin Schwaller has the story.
Families in Joplin are welcoming this kind of change.
Glad to see Joplin come back and be as strong as we are.
Just weeks ago, this place was home for heartbreak. Emergency crews turned Missouri Southern State University into a center for help after an EF5 tornado tore through Joplin. Now this campus welcomes smiles. Organizations are offering help, an opportunity to reunite, and a chance for a community to overcome pain. Kids are allowed to be kids. Families carry out sometimes more school supplies than they can handle, all free of charge from Walmart. But memories rest beneath the surface. Laughter masks anxieties the Jordan family still holds.
Me and my 13-year-old son and my aunt held onto a chain link fence, and I got picked up and thrown under 2 trees, and my son got me out of there and got me a block and a half to my grandparents, where they were able to take me to the hospital.
The unknown, I think that's what we're trying to address tonight more than anything, is where am I going to go to school? What's it going to look like? What's it going to feel like?
Some students will be going back to school in new buildings.
It's going to be confusing for the first couple of months, but I think we'll all come together and work on it.
And it's that attitude that has carried this city from May 22nd to now.
I'm worried about my kids, you know, when it storms, I'm going to be really worried. But this is something that we have to pass, get over, and try to heal and rebuild our lives with.
The Joplin tornado killed 160 people, making it the deadliest tornado in the U.S. in more than 60 years.
In Florida, the Child Welfare Agency released its final report on Kaylee Anthony's death. The report says Casey Anthony failed to protect her 2-year-old daughter. It also says Casey failed to protect Kaylee, and that interfered with the investigators and efforts to find the child. But an agency spokesman says the report does not accuse Anthony of killing her daughter. Casey was acquitted last month in Kaylee's death. She has not been seen since her release from an Orlando jail.